What's up, guys? I am Drew with Comics Elite here with just me. All right, so we're gonna keep this pretty sweet. There's gonna be two videos. Should be short and sweet, just me. And let's go ahead and start with the Skibbits and Mez. But before we start with the Skibbits and Mez, let's show this Born of Blood #3 special edition. After one weekend, we're already at $63,653, 650 backers, 8 days to go. Make sure you guys do get in on this. You don't want to miss it. This is not a fluke. This is not a sham. This is amazing. This will be going out as soon as we get them in. We've had 15 Kickstarters, and every one of them has been fulfilled on time. So please be sure you guys do take part in this. You do not want to miss out. And all right, with that being said, we are back to the reviews. So it's just me, and we're gonna start with the Mez of the week. I'm trying not to look up here. I remember to look down here. Camera's down here now. It's force of habit out of all those years. All right, first one I've got is first Meh of the week. It's Green Hornet, One Night in Bangkok. So this takes place in the Kevin Smith Green Hornet universe, where the son of Britt Reed becomes a Green Hornet and Kato's daughter becomes Kato, and they're lovers. So spoiler alert, this doesn't take place in Bangkok at all. It's mentioned and shown briefly at the beginning. And the Green Hornet beats this new badass and the end. There's nothing really fun, wild, exciting, crazy here. The villain is lame. The interior art is not the best, and it really just comes across as a throwaway story by the end. It's like, what was the point of this? You couldn't have gotten Matt Wagner to do a story? Really? Blah. Not worth it. Man. Next meta of the week I've got is, I'm going to say that for last. Next one I got is Junkyard Joe, #4. This one is, I hate to say it's kind of, what's going on? There we go. This one is kind of slipping, unfortunately. I was a fan at first, but the stuff with the family, it's really dragging this. Once again, the art, look, it's fantastic. Gary Frank is killing it, but the characters in this, they're all insufferable and annoying. By the end of the issue, we see that this special forces group has found Muddy's house and the neighbors and the kids, the family, and they confront the kids. Me, really, at this point, I'm just hoping the soldiers just lay waste to these kids because they serve no purpose other than to just really drag and slow the story down. Really feels like a crappy melodramatic Disney movie at this point in this issue. It just let's do something. Come on, please. Besides what we're given here. All right, next meta of the week I've got is Vampirella Strikes, #9. Awesome cover right there. Let's see here. Where are my notes for this? It wasn't bad. The conclusion to the storyline right here in the story. It's one solid good fight in it. I got to commend it for that. The art is decent, pacing is decent, but although we have fight scenes, I wish they were more choreographed. They're not really that well done. You know, it's supposed to, we're shown that it's supposed to be a fight scene throughout the whole, but they're not really well done. So that's kind of what's making the meh for me. It's not bad. Next meh I've got is gonna be shocking. Action Comics 1051. So there is a scene in this that I actually shared with some people because it's very, very shocking. So I just want to say this. Look, if someone has worn a certain garb on an alien planet and they were like effectively a slave and they were beaten and they were forced to fight, they were starved and pretty much trying to keep people alive, and it's been reduced to a sex joke in this issue, it pisses me off. I could not believe it. Really, I could not. And neither could the other people believe it. That was a big flag, big red flag. Yes, Superman's garb was reduced to a sex joke. And it's a visual sex joke. So take that for what it is. So we learn what Lois's kink is effectively. But who is the dominant one in that situation? I don't know. Probably Lois. So where are my notes for this? I read this. Oh my God, I read this almost a week ago. we got police taking the side of open border alien refugee defendants instead of being impartial and keeping everyone safe. And naturally, Superman takes their side as well. Already showing your bias there, Philip. And on top of that, we get Superman saying he needs to do more and be better because John lectured him. Yes. So this is kind of following what Tom Taylor set up. That yes, Superman needs to be better. However, that the story ends with hopefully a confrontation with Metallo in the next issue. Hopefully a fight. Hopefully we do get a fight, because in this issue it was just we want open borders, sex jokes, and people bickering. That's it. But the second story by Dan Jurgens, it was Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks. It's just what I wanted. It's classic Superman with Lois, Clark, and Jonathan setting up their home in California right after Rebirth. It's back to Jonathan as a kid, and we discover he took the shard of the Doombreaker from the recent Superman 75th anniversary, and he's hiding it. Also, there may be a strange new visitor to the planet. I love the story, and it should be the main story, not this garbage that Philip Kennedy Johnson wrote. The third one by Leah Williams. So Power Girl gets a new costume because reasons. And is Leah trying to get Beast Boy and Power Girl in the sack? That's what it looks like in the end. That's just me. I really don't know what to make of this comic other than it's a mess. We have sexual kinks, a wholesome story in the middle, and more sexual innuendos in the third story. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this comic. It is all over the place. This was, I don't necessarily a full misfire, but it's a slight misfire. Next one I got is Detective Comics 1068. This was, it was just barely there. I was struggling with it. I was struggling with this one. There's some good stuff here with Two-Face and his inner monologues when it comes to helping Bruce or letting him suffer. The fight scenes are okay. They're not, but in all honesty, it's more of a Two-Face story, and in that regard, it's not bad. But don't go in expecting a lot of well illustrated action. It's not going to happen. Expect a lot of inner monologuing from Harvey Dent. So yeah, a lot of inner monologue. The art is very strange with Ivan Reis on some pages and Raphael on others, which makes it disjointed. So because of that, it's a meh, unfortunately. Next meh I've got is Justice Society of America #2. Okay, look, like I said when #1 came out, there's been no bigger cheerleader for the JSA than me. Oh, looking a little fuzzy, out of focus. Gotta get that in focus. First up, the art in this is not good. It is not good at all. This is Michael Janin traced Google 3D models up and down. There's nothing looks original or uniquely illustrated here, which is a shame. It's not until we get Jerry Ordway where we really see the real art and the heart in their work. You see what a real artist can do. And as for the story, I don't know what the story is other than Helena Wayne stumbling around confused. That's it. How should I say this? Look, I like I said, I've been a lifelong JSA fan. I've been at the forefront of wanting another Justice Society series. However, after this second issue, I'm getting a very uneasy and unsettling feeling. Look, I understand he's trying to make Helena Wayne a thing, but I'm not reading this for Helena Wayne. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm reading this for Flash, Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, the Spectre, Wildcat, Hourman, not Huntress, not Catwoman, or Detective Chimp. Look, they're great characters. Yes, I love Detective Chimp, but I don't want him in the Justice Society. I'm not reading it for him. This is not a JSA comic. If you go in this expecting a Helena Wayne story, you'll be blown away. You're going to love it. But if you want the JSA, you will be disappointed. So it's a meh, unfortunately. Last meh I've got, look, this is a meh purely because of the cover. There's a lot of variants for this. Darkwing Duck #1. So I love this Batman Year One David Mazzucchelli homage cover. Woo! So this was a very, very odd duck. Yeah, get that? So it's not bad, kind of. It's not great. So I had a conversation with Aaron Sparrow, who wrote Darkwing Duck. Yes, I talked to the writer of the comic book series Darkwing Duck, Aaron Sparrow. and I talked to him over the weekend, and I said that it felt really simple, like it for early grade schoolers, like simple. Like no voices are unique or different; they're all the same. But when you have a series that you're launching 30 to 40 covers for each issue, literally, you think you would know your market is for the people who are over 30, not grade school kids. They're not going to be the ones buying this. This isn't really a story for them at all, and I believe this was the wrong approach. The panels, the pacing, it is all amateurish, and this really feels like a free comic you get in a cereal box. So eh, like I said, this is a great year one homage cover, but do not go in expecting very much in this book. It is very simple. It's simple, Jack. Simple. Grade school or simple. Yeah, which is a true shame because I was expecting more. And let's just say Aaron Sparrow was not impressed. He was not happy. All right, that's it for the Mez. Pretty quick, 11 minutes. How about that? Now we're on to the Skippets of the week, the true dogs of the week. I got a little drink of my twisted iced tea. First, Skippet of the week, I got Zombieicide, Day 1, number 1 from Source Point Press. Say, okay, so I had to look this up, and apparently it's a board game. Cool, exciting, yay. Who gives a shit? I knew nothing about it until I looked it up. I'm like, oh, how about that? It's a shitty board game. But reading this comic, what the effing fuck separates this from any other comic book zombie story? Nothing. There's nothing here making it exciting, terrifying, hilarious, or page turning. It is boring. Absolutely boring. If you want a great zombie comic, read Life Zero. Life Zero is chef kiss perfecto. Yeah, so this you're not missing much unless you're just truly, a big Zombicide fan. But with that being said, you're not going to get much out of this. All right, next skip of the week, I got Inferno Girl Red, number 1. Look, I'm going to say this once again. The only good series out of this Radiant universe that Kyle Higgins has created is Rogue Sun. That is the best one out of all these. Sorry, it's the best of it. I'm calling it his Power Ranger line. Effectively, they are the Power Rangers. Look, because he wrote Power Rangers, these are Power Ranger knockoffs. But that one, Rogue Sun, is arguably the best one. Where are my notes for this? Inferno Girl Red. I kept putting this off because I didn't want to read this at all. Look, so there's several scenes in here where there's women in a car, young women in a car. I didn't find this out until later. Apparently, they're mother and daughter. I thought they were lovers. The way they were flirting and looking at each other and bickering, so that was very odd. So the incest mom and daughter move to a new town, and we get several pages of a lecture on placebos, which is as exciting as it sounds. And we get a weird light in the sky approaches. The daughter gets a Power Ranger wristband, and she's the new Power Ranger. And her friends seem unusually happy to have their room barricaded from a monster as well, which is very odd. So no, I can't recommend this. This girl is always yelling and putting down people, thinking she's better than others. This is not a likable protagonist and not a hero. This is garbage. Next one I got is Creepshow number 5. This has had more whiffs than hits, unfortunately. The first page of this, I wanted to tear this in half. It was so damn stupid. Anyone doing a selfie now in a comic, especially the creep, it's cringe-inducing. It's absolutely cringe-inducing. But anyway, the first one is about a gay dating app, and the app taking pics of the guys and a demon eating them. It's weird and very oddly specific. I don't know if the demon is a metaphor for something else, like an STD, but I don't know. I'm assuming it's like what the hell is going on here? I don't get it. But the Steve Orlando wrote that one. The second story, we have a story that takes place in the Old South, but no one speaks, talks, or acts in that way at all. But by the end, Southerners are demons. I don't get it. I don't. Skip this. It is indecipherable garbage. Next one I got. Ooh, this is a disaster every single week. We got Plush, not the Stone Temple Pilots song. Plush, number 3 of the comic book series, unfortunately. So where are my notes for this one? Wow, still a completely tone deaf comic. Is this supposed to be horrific? Is it a comedy? Is it a dramedy? Is it a romantic comedy? It can't be a comedy because these jokes aren't funny at all, period. And really, when you think about it, everyone is a deplorable, degenerate asshole in this series. Everyone, even the alleged protagonist. This is nothing more than celebrating the perverseness of furries, really, because they're trying to depict the furries. It shows a couple of furries having sex, being cannibals. Like, are we really celebrating furries right now? Sure that they're the good guys? Like, this is beyond messed up, not good, not funny at all. This is garbage. Very weird message they're sending. Road Trip to Hell, number dose. Where are my notes for this one? So I never read issue 1, but I attempted to give this a shot, and wow, this was something. Hospitals ran by Nazis, Joan of Arc, experimentations. We get Hitler. This was something, and I had no idea what was going on at all. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I was just like, whoa, I need to check out issue 1, because if you don't, you're going to be completely lost. This comic was very, very odd. Yeah. So if you haven't read issue 1, I don't recommend it. Yeah, it is wild. Same Universe Dead Boy Detectives number 2 by our favorite writer Pornsack. Best name in comics, Pornsack here. All right, Mr. Pornsack. What has Pornsack been up to now with the Dead Boy Detectives? The man with the greatest name, comics Pornsack, is back in action to tell a thrilling and compelling story. Just kidding. It's neither of those adjectives at all. I put this comic down at least 7 times because of how boring the story was and how obnoxious the characters were. I could not finish it in one sitting. I found myself doing the dishes, doing the laundry, getting rid of trash, just going for a walk before I could finish this because it just was not fun at all. It's a miracle how Pornsack took a disgusting and creepy, horrific monster and took away all the suspense, horror, and mayhem and replaced it with interpersonal drama with these teenage dipshits. There's nothing worth reading here, really. Pornsack. Next one I got is Snow White Zombie Apocalypse number 0. When you have the title Zombie Apocalypse, remember that, Zombie Apocalypse, I expect a zombie, maybe a zombie biting someone, maybe some running in fear. No, none of that, period, whatsoever. It's all about Jack killing a giant and destroying a field, and the kingdom not having money, and talk. What the effing fuck? I want a zombie apocalypse. Get to the goddamn point and give me something that's in the title. Maybe even Snow White. Yeah, skip it. Next one I got is The Human Target, book 11. This just continues to go downhill. We got one more to go. I'm very curious to see what he's going to do to Batman in the next issue. Let's see here. Where are my notes for this? The Human Target. Human Target. Oh, this is not good. See, this is what happens when you have like 2 people here. You know, they can start talking about it. They got it already queued up, or they got something else. I unfortunately don't. But oh, here it is. So Ice, we learned that Ice is the killer. Yep, right there. Ice is the killer. And we learned how this was all apparently premeditated by her. But hey, it's okay because she is sweet and innocent, and no one would suspect her of killing Luthor. Murder is okay, everyone. Remember that. Murder is okay. We go through her mind and her mental gymnastics of explaining how everything she did was right. It all on the beach. They're all just spend all day hanging out on the beach, looking lovingly and longingly at each other, and she's explaining how, through her mental gymnastics, how she was right. And the issue ends with the human Tarjay holding a gun to Ice's head and her demanding him to pull the trigger. No, just no. This is dark, depressing for the sake of being dark and depressing, not to mention taking great characters and making them as miserable and depressed as Tom King. This is character assassination once again. Next one, Harley Quinn number 26. Oh, we're nuts for this one. No. Harley, written by Stephanie Phillips, is bad, but add several Harleys and a surprise absence of the Bat family with Gotham City burning. But hey, we do have Batwoman, so that's something. But it really doesn't make a lot of sense. It winds up being Harley rounding up the other Harleys, and yay, the Harley who laughs shows up at the end. Oh my God. Art is good in this, but the story, it doesn't work with way too many questions and obnoxious, unfunny jokes on top of murdering psychopaths being treated as punchlines. Another one, very tone deaf. Next one I got, Batman One Bad Day, Catwoman number 1. Sorry, little slip of the tongue there. Yeah, I swear, it wasn't intentional. So by the beginning of this issue, I wanted to tear it in half. Why? It's another peaceful protester comic with jackasses destroying buildings and property in the name of human rights. Yes, this happens. And apparently Selina's one bad day was when her mom had sold a piece of jewelry to a pawnbroker that turned out to be worth a lot of money. But hey, you can't blame the pawnbroker for that. I mean, really. But hey, stealing is okay. Remember that. Stealing is okay. But we get a couple twists along the way in this. The piece of jewelry that Selina's mom sold turns out to be a forgery. So it really wasn't worth anything. And 2, the old woman who Selina is competing against in this book was the forger of this piece of jewelry because reasons, and is apparently a superhuman because she beats up Selina. Sure, whatever. This story sucks, and Batman is once again a simp in this. Skip this crap. It is terrible. They've all been terrible, or as the Spaniards call it, El Terrible. Next one I got is Catwoman 51. Hey, want to read a shitty version of Orange is the New Black? Here you go. Another double-sized comic of bullshit and preaching about the evils of the prison system. If you didn't get enough of that from Nightwing or Daredevil or Detective Comics, here you go. Or Action Comics, yeah, here you go, Catwoman. And hey, you want to see books being checked out at the library? You want to see buying snacks? You want to see eating the snacks? You want to see eating meals of food? You want to see digging through toilets? Here you go. Literally, take everything fun, funny, and dramatic from the book and show of Orange is the New Black, and you get a blandly written, shitty version here with Catwoman. Prison, a day in the life. Yay. No, skip this crap. Next one I got is Punchline the Gotham Game, number 4. Boring, as Sean would say. This was a double-sized comic of nonstop bickering for 30-plus pages. And what did we come away with? Punchline is Joker from the Dark Knight movies. Okay, sure. Yay, cool. I liked it the first time when this character was called Joker. That's right. I can't begin to stress how boring the dialogue and side characters are in this, along with Punchline. Nothing exciting happens in this at all. Nothing. Period. Whew. God, some of the books this week, just annoying. Speaking of which, another DC classic, Tim Drake, Robin, number 4. Once again, the art does not get any better. Holy shitballs. First appearance of the new villain, Moriarty. New villain. I think he's been optioned. He's got a new movie in the works. But what Robin does to get out of a situation in this, it's utterly beyond comic book bent verisimilitude. That is all gone out the window. It is stupid. This art, dialogue, and story are horrendous. Skip this garbage. This is garbage. Jesus. Next one I got, DC Universe, Lazarus Planet, We Once Were Gods. What a title. Let's see here. Another one that's just, since the alpha issue is just gone downhill. So several short stories in this, and most are something. First with Aquaman, stupid. You have a responsible husband and father keeping his family safe from a cannibal seaman, and Aquaman lectures him on how he's the bad one. Fuck off. Second, with Martian Manhunter was really good, with a human who could suddenly absorb pain, and to heal a city, he tried to heal Metropolis, and in doing so, he inadvertently absorbed the pain Doomsday caused. So Martian Manhunter has to absorb the Doomsday out of his body, and it may not have a happy ending, but it was a very good story. One of the very few, if not the only good one. Third story. Look, as soon as you see Wonder Woman sparring and sword fighting with a clearly very overweight woman, the shape of Lizzo or Queen Latifah, and Wonder Woman is struggling in a fight, only to be saved by Nubia, I've checked out. Screw you. Sell that bullshit someplace else, Philip Kennedy Johnson. No. Fourth, with the Shazam family and White Adam, the dialogue is terrible. The jokes are horribly unfunny. Everyone talks like a 15-year-old girl, and the solution is mind-numbingly stupid. Look, do not buy this crap. It's all a setup for what's to come in the future. Nothing important to the current story is told here. Do not waste $5 on this at all whatsoever. Don't. Next one, Blue Beetle Graduation Day, number 3. I think I'm officially done with this. It's so funny because if you've been reading it, once again, we get the you have no idea what the Scarab is capable of. I laughed out loud when I saw that line of dialogue. Why? Because we've read that line of dialogue going as far back as before the New 52 when he first appeared. It's stupid because we've seen everything the Scarab can and will do. And then we see there's an alien invasion coming. Oh my God! There's nothing interesting really here, and we rarely see Jaime. It seems to be about making everyone else around Jaime important, except him, which is the wrong move. Next one I got, Phantasmagoria, number 4. Look, okay. How should I say this? If you've never seen or heard of Ghostbusters, check this out. But my God, when you have characters develop ghost traps, yes, ghost traps, literal ghost traps, I'm checked out and I want to watch Ghostbusters. No, I'm done. Next one. We got Thor. Yeah, we got a Thor appearance. Thor number 30, written by the new worst writer at Marvel, Torn Grundek. So Valkyrie and Thor see that Odin was evil in the past. Oh my God. So Valkyrie mopes and lectures to Thor the whole comic. She saves him from undead zombie things, and Doom appears on the last page. Skip it. Story is garbage. There's the constant retconning, the retcons of retcons is flipping lazy, and so is this writer. Torn Grumbeck is a very, very lazy substandard writer, and is not a good writer. Yes, I said that, and I'm right. Next one I got is Murder World, Wolverine, number 1. This shitty ripoff of Squid Game continues. So this time we have Wolverine laying waste to people. Sure, okay, okay, fine. All the dialogue is cringe-inducing, and some random ex-convict can feel his way out of the game. He literally feels the wall and can feel out of the game. Fuck this comic. I'm done. Done. Checked it out. No. Next one, Amazing Spider-Man number 18. So what we got here? So it's a key. Ben Reilly, he becomes the King Chasm. So I think he's been optioned as well. He's got his own TV series. So we open with the redeeming, apologetic, sad, and relatable villain, Madeline Pryor. Just play the world's smallest violin for her the whole time. She's so sorry. Fuck this. I miss the days of true legit villains, not this crap. They pulled their punch. They have very small balls. When you see the action scenes in this and you say out loud what's happening, a lot of it doesn't make sense and is incredibly stupid, as well as Madeline Pryor. So Madeline has joined the X-Men to fight off Ben Reilly and wants Spidey to help her. Whatever. This is cringe-inducing and incredibly stupid. As if the stakes weren't low enough. I don't even know what the stakes are now at all. Screw this comic. Really, seriously, screw it. Now, the last comic, the cringe-inducing comic of the week, the one that gets the waste receptacle, is Exterminators number 5. Thank God this comic is over. This is it. It is done. Every week, this comic is the train wreck. I always save it for last because I know it's going to be the train wreck. This is arguably the worst comic Marvel has produced in a very, very long time. Right up there with the Web of Spider-Man with the spider crutches handicapable character they created. The lines of dialogue in this, I'm going to say is if a man wrote any of this dialogue in here, they would be canceled, they'd be crucified, their life is over. Bank account closed up, lose their apartment, they're exiled, they're gone. But Leah can because she's one of the protected X-writers of the group, so she can do that. Leah clearly knows nothing outside of bimbos in her friend circle because that's how they're all written. Dumb bimbos like her, like Leah Williams. Yes, I said that, and this is going in the trash. There you go. What do you think, guys? Am I 100% correct? 0% incorrect? Let me know in the comments, guys. And please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and please be sure to back Born of Blood number 3, Kickstarter special edition, 8 days to go, 63,653, 650 backers. This is no joke. This is amazing after one weekend, guys. Only 2-week campaign. Please, if you got the extra cheddar, please do back it. We appreciate it. And once again, we will see you guys again very soon with the top 10 coming around here very shortly. Take it easy, guys.